he managed to ask me how he could better be there for me. Ryan was the epitome of grace in his life and in his death. He never wanted pity in the same way that he never needed credit for all the amazing feats he accomplished in his non-human days. I and so many others are forever changed by a known life, by getting to witness how he lived and how he died. I love you, little brother. We all do. And I trust that you are enjoying the view.
Hello all, my name is Bo Cahill. I'm from Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and Ryan is my best friend. I'm honored to be able to share a few words about Ryan and the impact he had on me and the rest of the Steamboat community. Ryan is one of the most caring and selfless people I've ever met. Whenever you were around Ryan, he was often most curious about how your day was, what was going on in your life, and what your dreams were. He made you feel worthy, like you always had a friend you could trust. Ryan made you laugh. His wit, intelligence, and humor were unmatched and came across in such a natural way. Most of all, Ryan made you want to live life. Ryan was full of life, often beaming about future goals, and was always open to a new experience. My wife often tells me that I can't hold all my friends to Ryan's standards, otherwise I probably won't have any more friends. I first met Ryan in the summer of 2012. I had just moved to Steamboat, and Ryan was my first friend. We immediately bonded over our shared passion of nature, mountains, adventure, and of course ice cream. Like many others, Ryan often took me hiking, taught me how to backcountry ski. He showed me how to move in the mountains in an efficient and respectful manner. Like many of you, I feel blessed to have known Ryan. With him, conversation came easy. We would often get into deep discussions about life, mountains, and music. It seemed like Ryan knew just a little bit about everything. Ryan's depth of love for the mountains surpasses all others. Since the first day he moved to Colorado, he craved the adventure, the physical test, and the knowledge the mountains demanded. In his final year of college, he spent many hours camped in Colorado studying alpine lake ecology. Ryan climbed and skied many mountains in winter and in summer, 147 to be exact. He documented most of these trips in his journal that I now personally use to plan my own Ryan-style adventures. Even after Ryan's health started to decline, he was known in Steamboat as a go-getter, someone who knew all the ski routes through Fish Creek Canyon, someone with unmatched endurance and just a solid partner and friend. Ryan would do things on a weekly basis that most people couldn't even dream of. Ryan was most alive, most at home, when he was off on some high peak or camped in Colorado's pinewood forest. One of my favorite Ryan stories, around late spring or early summer of 2014, Ryan was outside of Aspen, Colorado, getting in just a few more ski days. He was always the last of us to call it quits on ski season. It dawned on him that this was probably going to be his last ski run of the season. So he stripped down, completely naked, clipped into his skis, and took off down the mountain. The Ryan I knew was a mountain person, through and through. He understood the offerings and lessons the mountains presented, and aligned his life in a way that was true to his passions and beliefs. A few summers ago, we were hiking to Trappers Peak in the Flat Tops Wilderness. Along the way, we saw fields of beautiful purple flowers. Ryan stated that he believed God gets mad at you when you walk by something purple and don't notice it. I will forever notice the purple flowers that present themselves throughout my life as a reminder to live true and passionate in a way that might make Ryan proud. Ryan inspired me to be a better person, friend, and husband. That's what the good ones do. They make you whole. I'm going to miss those birthday camping trips, morning ski tours, and backyard barbecues. But most of all, I'm just going to miss Ryan.
beautiful eulogies of this prayer, we're going to take some time to spend with Ryan in our thoughts in a moment of silence. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned. And it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Amen.
As I begin this final blessing over Jim, Karen, and Jessica, I invite you to extend your hand if you would like. Ryan found the sacred in the wilderness, the pinewood forests of Colorado, backpacking under the stars, hiking up the Buck Mountain, skiing down the slopes of Zirkle Wilderness, and the promise of a colorful sunrise. All of that sacredness is here with us now. God, we ask for your blessing and outpouring of love on Jim, Karen, and Jess. We know that you do not desire for us to suffer, and yet you are present in our grief and pain. Karen, Jess, and Jim, may you feel the loving embrace of friends, family, and loved ones gathered here today. We recall the beautiful life Ryan lived, for the person he is, and in the relief that he finally does not feel pain or suffering. We call upon those who have gone before us, Beverly and Jack Lear, Doris, Lee, John, and Ravian Garsse, and ask that they hold Jess, Jim, and Karen in their sadness and grief. Spirit of God, may we, Ryan's loved ones, be given grace and wisdom. We ask for grace to courageously offer one another support, love, and to lean into one another's sorrow. We ask for wisdom to know when to allow for space and solitude as needed. Finally, may we all open ourselves up to being surprised by Ryan's spirit that lives among us. The stillness and peace after a beautiful snowfall, and laughter at family gatherings, mountains that take our breath away, or a walk in the trees. Let us honor, love, and respect creation in Ryan's memory. May love and peace guide us all on our journey wherever it may lead. Amen.
Karen shared a story with me when Ryan left New York at the age of 18. He explained to her that he was not running away from his life, his family, that he was in fact running toward something. That conversation prompted me to share this story with you. There is a story from the desert monastics about a young monk who asked one of the holy monks of the desert why it was that so many people came out to the desert to seek God, and yet most of them gave up after a short time and returned to their lives in the city. The old monk responded, "Last evening my dog saw a rabbit running for cover among the bushes of the desert, and he began to chase the rabbit, barking loudly. Soon other dogs joined the chase. Barking and running, They ran a great distance and alerted many other dogs. Soon the wilderness was echoing the sounds of their pursuit, but the chase went on into the night. After a little while, many of the dogs grew tired and dropped out. A few chased the rabbit until the night was nearly spent. By morning, only my dog continued the hunt. "Do you understand," the old monk said, "what I have told you?" "No," replied the young monk, "I don't. Please help me with it." "It is simple," said the old monk. "My dog saw the rabbit." My hope is that each of you here will bravely move forward in our lives, cherishing our days as Ryan did, living them fully in the present moment, sharing our gifts with others while remaining focused on our own path, following the rabbit wherever it leads. May we be inspired by Ryan's example to face life's struggles and difficulties with such elan and grace. May Ryan's goodness and kindness stay in our hearts and deepen our souls for all of our remaining days. Amen.
Amen.